Hey, I am Gayle Berry, and I am very excited to be here with you today to talk about why love matters for you and your baby. Now, if we haven't met before, as I said, my name is Gayle Berry. I'm an international expert on baby massage and yoga, and a 3-time published author on the importance of nurturing touch and massage. I am also the mother of 3 children who are 19, 16, and 15. And I have been teaching the importance of love and connection around the world for the last 18 years through my network of incredible teachers teaching baby massage and yoga across the world. And we are one big family called Blossom and Berry. And we offer teacher training to enable you to set up your own business, teaching the importance of love and connection to parents and babies around the world. I absolutely love what I do, and it's an honor to be here with you today to share some of the knowledge that I have learned and continue to learn about through my journey as an expert on nurturing touch, massage, and yoga. Now, I was thinking about how to present to you today. I was going to do a slideshow, but I thought, you know what, I'm so passionate about what I do. I'm just going to speak from the heart. So I wanted to cover with you today why love matters. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Blossom and Berry's mantra, which is that love creates love. Now, this is what I have been teaching through my network of teachers out to parents and babies across the world for many, many years. And it applies to parents and babies, but it applies to everything in the world. That everything starts with self-love, how much we love ourselves. And when you become a parent, it can feel very overwhelming. There seems like so many other people to look after, so many other people to nurture, to support, to be there for, that we can often forget ourselves. So when we bring it back to the simple mantra that love creates love, it makes everything really simple, and it's a fantastic reminder to remember who you are and how important you are to yourself, to your baby, and to the world, because you are unique and incredible. So I want to talk to you a little bit about love creates love. So first of all, as the mantra suggests, that when we love ourselves, then we have the capacity to love another. So as a parent, you may often feel overwhelmed by different emotions, feelings, thoughts. You may feel tired and exhausted. You might not be getting a lot of sleep. You might not be nourishing your body in the way that you want to, because your attention and your energy is very much focused outside of yourself on your baby or your children or your wider family. And no one really prepares you for this. We go to the antenatal classes, we focus on birth, but nobody really talks about the emotional transition that happens when you become a parent, and how, in essence, you share your time, your energy, and your journey with your baby for the rest of your lives together. Like, that's pretty huge. And there isn't the support and the information and the space to really talk about that and acknowledge it and express it. And so that's what we try to do in our baby massage and yoga classes, is hold a space where parents can express themselves and be seen and heard, and build trust with the other parents in the community, so that they feel fully supported and that they belong. So with the mantra love creates love, if you want to really truly love your baby, you've got to start by loving yourself, because all of the research shows that your ability as the parent to emotionally regulate yourself and to feel good about yourself and to accept all parts of yourself. And that means the moments where you fall madly in love with your baby and think that motherhood or fatherhood is the most incredible thing that's ever happened to you. It's the moments where you're saying, help, somebody get me out of here. It's way too intense and I just can't cope, and I've lost myself in this new relationship. It's about integrating all of those parts, accepting them, and accepting yourself and loving yourself for all of those different things, not just when you think you're being a good parent, not just when things feel good, but also accepting and loving yourself when things feel challenging and hard. So the science and the research shows that the more emotionally regulated a parent is, the more emotionally regulated a baby is, because we are children's first teachers. So therefore, whatever we express, whatever we show, whatever energy we give out, however our feelings come to the surface, that's what our baby interprets as the world. You know, we are a mirror to our babies, in terms of their feelings and their emotions. And there's many research studies have been done on this. The most famous one being something called the still face experiment, where a parent and baby are interacting, having fun. The parent is then asked to become emotionless, expressionless, and withdraw from the baby. And when that happens, the baby immediately experiences stress and discomfort. Their behavior changes, and you can noticeably see anxiety. Their physical body becomes really dysregulated. And all of their cues, you can see that they're in distress. And that's because the baby cannot understand why the parent is behaving the way they are, and they interpret the parent's expression, this expressionless kind of non-emotion, as a kind of something to be fearful of. Because babies require and need something called serve and return response. We call it the love loop. Babies require us to help to build up their emotional brains, and their social and emotional understanding of the world comes from what's called serve and return, or the love loop. So as your baby smiles, you smile back. Then baby smiles back at you, you smile back. So you're creating wiring in your baby's brain architecture that says that a smile is connected with feelings of relaxation, of feeling calm, that this is a safe type of social interaction. And equally, if babies are experiencing other types of facial expressions or sensations, or picking up on different energies, they'll also be wiring their brains to associate those physical characteristics or tone of voice with those particular emotions as well. And this is how babies create the brain architecture and the emotional blueprint, which will then follow them for the rest of their lives. Well, particularly between 0 to 7, that blueprint is constantly being created. It stops the main sort of creation at 7, and so those years 0 to 7 are really important in providing your baby with nurturing care, responsive care, love and support. So can you see already why your emotional health and how you feel about yourself is so important? Because your baby is learning from you all of the time. And what you are providing your baby with, the type of engagement, interaction you're providing your baby with, helps your baby to understand what it means to be human, what it means to be social. And this is absolutely fundamental for your baby's development, because we're all social creatures and we all need social interaction to thrive, survive, and also come alive to reach our full potential. So love always starts with you. So my number one thing would always be to love yourself, to find practices that work for you to love yourself. It could be that you want to rest more. It could be you want to move more. It could be you want to eat better. It could be you need support. You need to speak and express yourself more. It might need that you need more time on your own. But whatever it is, love. The love that you invest in yourself comes back tenfold. So never be afraid to ask for what you need and to love yourself fully. So that's where love begins. Then obviously, if we love and nurture and care for ourselves, we have more capacity to love and nurture our babies. So as I mentioned before, babies thrive on interaction. We talked about the love loop. I teach baby massage and yoga, the importance of nurturing touch, because baby's most developed sense at birth is touch. It's how you can communicate love to your baby. It's how your baby feels safe. It's how your baby can actually regulate stress levels in your baby's brain. Because when your baby becomes anxious or stress, they will go through a fight, flight or freeze response, which is part of our sympathetic nervous system. A cuddle, scooping baby up, holding baby, massaging baby, hands on baby, still touch on baby, helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest, which is all the good things that support growth and development in babies. And so by simply picking up your baby, holding your baby, baby wearing, baby massage, all of these things, you can take your baby, you can help your baby to emotionally regulate from fight, fright and freeze into rest and digest, where optimum brain development and physical development and emotional development happens. It's as simple as touch. It is as simple as that. So touch itself is incredibly powerful. You can probably think of a time where you felt emotional, or you've seen someone else be emotional and you've gone up and you've just gone, are you okay? And given them a little rub, okay? The reason why we do that is because it produces the love drug oxytocin, which helps us, again, to transition from stress-based hormones into love-based hormones, relaxation-based hormones. And so it's so important. It's often underrated in terms of power. But baby massage, daily baby massage, is literally creating a love bubble for you and your baby, encouraging bonding by having, eye contact, touch, producing oxytocin, talking to your baby hearing your sound of your voice, and also imprinting your smell on your baby. So the 5 key elements of bonding and connection are just all contained within that beautiful love bubble of baby massage, which is why I am so passionate about it. It's why I talk about baby massage being love in action. Because that truly is what we do, is that we can express how much we love our babies. We can communicate to our babies that they are seen, that they're heard, that they're important, that they matter, that they belong and they are accepted, simply through physical touch, which, regardless of age, sex, gender, race, culture, is the universal language of love. So it's very, very powerful to do. And then on top of that, obviously, when we're doing baby massage, we are constantly communicating, reading baby's cues, giving baby feedback, helping with that love loop. I talked about the serve and return. Baby smiles, you smile back. Baby babbles, you babble back. All of these things, building, deepening connection, really letting baby know that you care about them. Really providing them with the physical contact that they need, and really enhancing communication so you get to know your baby better and you can read your baby's cues. So this is the absolutely foundational stuff of mental health that we can do effortlessly and easily, simply by being there physically for our babies and tuning in to their cues and responding. Just simple stuff like responsive care. We don't need expensive toys. We don't need jangly things in front of babies' eyes to develop their brains. Babies' brains develop and grow with love, and you have an untold capacity for love as long as initially you love yourself. So this is where we get love creates love. Now, the last bit of love creates love, because it's about you loving yourself. It's about you loving your baby and expressing that in ways that your baby can understand. But it's also about how we can love the world forward by realizing, as parents, we are leaders, we are teachers, we are creating the future in our actions with our baby. And what studies show is that the first 1001 days of life, from conception to 2, are the most critical days, the biggest window of opportunity to nurture our babies to reach their full potential. So this is before you've had your baby, from conception. What goes on with you emotionally as a parent during pregnancy can affect your baby even before they're born. So we focus a lot on what we eat in pregnancy, how we're moving in pregnancy, but mentally, emotionally, that also has an effect on your baby's development. So again, loving yourself, having a positive attitude, embracing any feelings that feel difficult as part of yourself, integrating that and loving every part of you is so important from the very beginning. And then when babies are born, what we now know is that nurture is actually more important than nature. So babies are born with their genetic blueprint, but how those genes express themselves depends upon the environment in which they live. So you imagine that your baby is a seed of potential. A healthy baby that is born, if it's put into an unhealthy environment, if the soil in which it grows is not nourishing and it's potentially toxic, you're not going to get that baby to flourish, to grow, to thrive and come alive. So so much is about the environment, and the environment comes from you, from the energy and the love that you put into yourself, your family, your home, your work-life balance, all of these things, your lifestyle, your values. This is what really, really affects your baby's development and has the ability to change the world. Because what we're seeing is that countries where there is a higher investment into early years, the first 1001 days of life, they are healthier, wealthier, better educated societies and communities, because love and support and nurturing care is going in at the beginning. So obviously what comes out at the end is babies that are grown with love, that have a greater capacity to be empathetic, to connect, to express themselves, to know that they are loved, to feel that they belong, to be confident. Is the basis of self-esteem. So if you imagine, if you have a whole society that is built on love, literally by us loving our babies more, and ultimately us loving ourselves first more, then we can really love the world forward and change the world with love. And it is as simple as that, is that babies are our future. And when we nurture the future, the power is in our hands to really create the type of society that we want to live in, and the type of society we want for our children and for everybody's children, because we're all sharing the same resources. We're all here on the planet working together. We're all connected. So by loving yourself as a parent, you have a greater capacity to love your child. Your child has a greater capacity to understand love, interact with love, express love to others, which means societies and communities are built on love, which ultimately means better health, wealth, education, less things like disease, pressure on the health system. Even economic output of countries can be measured on how much love babies receive at the beginning of life. So this is so important. This is so important to know, that ultimately, it sounds an absolute cliche, but all you need is love as a parent. If there was one thing that I would invite you to do as a result of listening to this talk, if it's inspired you, is to work out how to love yourself more, to work out how to accept yourself more, to work out how to express yourself more, to ask for what you need, to work out what is important to you, and to embody that in your day, to nourish yourself and to nurture yourself, because the investment that you make into yourself as a parent is not just for you, it's not just for your baby, but it's for me, and it's for everybody. It's for the planet. And so if we all start at the beginning with love creates love, we really do have the potential to create a much more loving, connected, peaceful, and harmonious world. So I'll leave you with that thought, and it's been great to hang out. Please do connect with me if this has touched you in any way today. Gayle Berry, Blossom and Berry. I'm always here to listen and connect with you if you feel that this is aligned. Okay, it's been great to hang out. Bye.